Hello, my name is Hunter, and the topic I'm going over is whether or not homework actually helps students. So, what does homework really do for us? Well, students don't really need to do homework to learn something, or actually, it's quite impossible to learn something from homework, as a teacher is supposed to be teaching you how to do something on whatever topic they are teaching. If a teacher gives you homework and expects you to learn from it, there's nothing to be learned, as they have to teach you how to do what is on the homework before you are capable of doing it. A student's not going to be able to just go home and do something that they've never seen before unless they cheat. But then, what does cheating help? Because they're not actually taking in the information. So, giving these homework assignments expecting their students to learn from it is kind of impossible. Other reasons is it affects their personal life. It could bring stress or anxiety because homework, it takes a lot of time. And things that take a lot of time that students, if we're being honest, nobody really wants to do homework. It takes a while, it's boring. There's many other things that you could be doing, like spending time with family or doing fun activities with friends or, whatever you enjoy. These students aren't going to want to do this, so they're going to procrastinate, and then it's going to be left to the last minute, and then it's going to cause stress and anxiety. And these students, they're not going to know how to get this done in time because they're going to have to cram these assignments in. So really, it's not helping, as it's just going to bring more anxiety. The last thing you could do is actually lower test scores, as if a teacher just say gives homework right before a test as like a study guide, it's going to stress them out, and they're going to be looking up answers, and then they're not going to take in the information that is on the study guide. It's not going to help them on the test they're about to take, and then the next day they're going to go in with their study guide that they cheated on, and they're going to do badly on their test. So, homework doesn't aid understanding. It doesn't really help a student if you just hand them a piece of paper with the topics that they're learning and say, oh, go do this on your own time, of course. Students aren't going to want to do this on their own time. Like I said, it's going to lead to procrastination, and then they're going to rush through it after they've already procrastinated for however many hours. And they're not really going to learn anything. And there's been proof that it doesn't really help on exams or tests. Honestly, it could stay the same or even lower their grades. It could also lead to more confusion. Just say, what if the teacher doesn't help on the topic enough? Well, then they're going to have these problems or whatever it is that's on the homework, and they're not going to understand. And it's going to confuse them with the topic that was already learned or the content that was already discussed and that they had previously understood. It's going to affect their previous material. So here is a chart that is describing the sleep schedule for students that get loads and loads of homework, which usually would happen in the higher grades or probably college. And as you can see, 73 out of 102 students said that they felt like they performed inadequately on an assignment or an exam due to a lack of sleep. Well, what caused the lack of sleep? Homework. Students are staying up all night doing these homework assignments that are given, and they're so time consuming, and they just take out of the student's life. It just drains them to the point where they have no energy the next day to complete the test that is given on the same topic. Even if they stayed up all night studying and doing these homeworks and study guides, it's not helping. The effect on their health is, again, it gives them stress and it takes away from their personal interests. Just say they have out of school activities, clubs, whatever. They might go to the gym, have work. They're going to have to take time away from that, take time away from family just to do these assignments that probably won't even help the student. It also leads to anxiety, procrastination, as discussed before. So, again, homework does more harm than good. After all these things, it leads to personal problems, whether it's like mental anxiety or stress, procrastination, or it takes time away from your personal interests, whatever you want to do after you go home from school or college. And it doesn't actually help your academic performance whatsoever. It probably keeps it the same or lowers it due to the amount of time that it takes off of your sleep schedule or whatever. So, thank you.